Ohio State gets a nice pickup. 4-star, 6'5" shooting guard Dorian Jones committed to Ohio State yesterday afternoon. He did choose Ohio State over Michigan, among other schools. Do you have his Final Four up? For some reason, I've lost sight of what his Final Four
Yeah,
was.
yeah, I do. 1 second. It was hold on.
Oh,
It
here we go.
was
Michigan,
Michigan.
Rutgers, and Missouri. That
Yeah.
was the Final Four. So
Yes.
yeah, I don't think Michigan fans expected to get this one, but it would have been a nice one. You like welcome in if you get it. Rutgers, another program that's been crushing on the recruiting trail, and Missouri. So nice win for Dorian Jones. What are your thoughts on Jake Diebler's latest commit?
So Dorian, to me, I like his game. I think his body really needs to fill out. I think Ohio State makes sense for him. One, he's a Cleveland, native. Obviously, he's an Ohio kid. That kind of makes sense to me that he goes there. And most recruiting sites have him like around 70th in the country, like solid 4-star. He might go a little bit higher than that, but I think he sticks around that range. His path to me is, and this is probably what the Ohio State staff said to him, is they kind of pitched him on being that maybe like 4-star wing that's not as highly recruited as other people, but have had some successful times here at Ohio State, like a Malachi Branham, who now Malachi is a little bit higher rated than Dorian Jones, and I think better at this point in his high school career. But I think there is something there given Dorian's length, his size. He can improve his strength, like I said, but that could come about once he gets to college. But I do think he is a guy that can, be a lanky college scorer and does show some passing stuff as well. So I think it's one of those 4-star ads that you feel really good about. And I think there's a possibility that they could outplay where they're at in the rankings.
Yeah, he's bouncy. That's one of the things that shines through when I watch film on Dorian Jones. Like he's an athlete for sure. And I think he's a tough shot maker, which is kind of one of those things that's like it's obviously a good thing to be really athletic and quick and can jump and also you make a bunch of tough shots. Those are good, two isolated good things. Also, it's one of those things where when you combine them, I get a little concerned of like, why are you taking so many tough shots if you're so athletic and quick, right? Like, shouldn't you to be able to generate some quicker shots if you are this level of athlete? Um, I think if he's a secondary guy at Ohio State, I think he's a guy that will thrive because he can finish plays with his bounce at the rim. He can, I think, step out and shoot a little bit. He can, hopefully, if other people are creating easier looks for him, I think that's good. If they expect him to like come in and quickly be one of their go-tos, I don't know if it's gonna be super ideal for them, but I don't think that's what they're bringing him in to do. I think the way that Jake Diebler has been recruiting right now, like this is a strong ad. It's another good pipeline ad. Keep the Ohio State kids in the state of Ohio. And yeah, I think all in all, this is a good win. Um, I just, I don't know. This is a name I feel like there's a 50-50 chance we look back in 2 years from now and like maybe he's Scotty Middleton, maybe he's Bryce Sensabaugh. Like it's
Yeah.
just right in that sweet spot of Ohio State. I have no idea if he's going to impact them or not.
See, I think he's like somewhere in the middle. And I want to make sure I give credit to who brought this up because I kind of liked the comp in this regard. Sorry. Mick Walker, who he does some writing for like On Three's Ohio State kind of chapter or row, whatever it is. Um, he can like really shoot the ball, and he was bringing up basically like this guy. He's saying Dorian Jones being in a Jameson Battle type role. Like I don't think that he's as offensively as gifted as Jameson Battle. Like I think Battle had a lot more offensive stuff that people give him credit for. But like towards the end of last season, Battle became just like this catch and shoot like sniper. And if you're able to get other pieces around Dorian, I think at some part of his career, like you mentioned, he could be a guy you can just depend on to be like 6'5" and knock down shots on the wing. And
Yeah.
like there's a place for that on the team.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always a place. Look, to me, this is the type of recruit Ohio State should sort of hone in on, right? I don't think it suits Ohio State or Jake Diebler to be like out trying to get the Darren Petersons of the world. Now they're in that recruitment, so they shouldn't abandon it. But they thrive in this like high 4-star level guy. The best Ohio State teams to me in recent memory have been built around these type of guys, and this is a really good ad, one that I certainly would have welcomed to my program at Michigan. Um, but one I think it kind of remains to be seen how his career will go. So congrats to Dorian Jones. Congrats to Jake Diebler. Are you raising an eyebrow to Jake Diebler at all yet, or is this still just like, yeah, okay, business as usual? Holtman could have done this. No eyebrows being raised. What does he have to do for you to take him seriously as a threat?
He's to do it without Dale Bonner.